techies, welcome back. Hope you all are doing well and safe at your home. Today I have come up with an automation process how to automate your daily various manual work using Sanskrit and how you can use AWS cloud services, that is EC2 and S3, to automate your in-premises applications, databases, and store all your logs into the cloud infrastructure, into the cloud storage system. Okay, so let's start the workflow, how the automation works. Let me show you how the automation works. Here is the automation workflow. Okay, suppose I have an application, and for that application I have a database which is running on the Linux virtual machine, and the application, the front end, also running on the Linux virtual machine, and this is on premises. Okay, the application have MySQL database, and this server is writing the logs and reports into it. I just need to automate this process. How I can take the MySQL dump, like the DB backup, and store into the S3 storage, okay, the backup, and how take the backups of the logs or reports and store into the cloud, right? So let's start. So how the process looks like, let me explain you. So I have procured a Linux virtual machine, that is the EC2 machine on AWS cloud. Okay, so I'm going to write the script on this EC2 machine and execute that script so that it will take the backup from the MySQL database as well as the application drugs and store into the S3 database. Okay, for that what we have to do, so I'm just going to write a script like backup-dv.ss, the script name which I'm going to write, and I'll show you. Okay, after that what you have to do, so the EC2 machine, the script, what is going to do, it will just connect to the Linux machine where the MySQL DB is running, okay, through SSH key, the connectivity. In my previous previous tutorial, I have created a video which I have explained how to connect from one machine to the another machine, two remote machines, how you connect using the SSH key. Please follow that video if you are not aware about how to connect using the SSH key. Okay, so the script will connect to the MySQL database, and from there it will execute, it will take the dump, and then what it will do, the dump is processed, then what it will do, it will just take copy of that report which is generated on the MySQL DB. The dump is generated, that dump will be copied to the EC2 machine on the cloud. Okay, after that what will happen, we have taken one S3 bucket. In that bucket we are going to store all our dump, all our DB backup files. Okay, for that what we need another AWS CLI command line tool to be installed on this machine. Okay, so that what will happen, so whatever the S3 storage, we can automatically take backup and copy those details into the S3 bucket. So once you install that AWS CLI on the EC2 machine, what you can do, we can push the dump or reports into the bucket. Okay, the application logs and the reports also, we can execute the script to take the backup from this machine and store through EC2. The script can store into the S3 bucket. Okay, for that what I have to know, so suppose the file is copied now. Once it is copied, it can be again copied back to the S3 bucket. Okay, so same thing, whenever suppose you need the reports in future, the dump or reports, you need to do some processing or need to do some troubleshoot, you can get it back from the, you can pull it back from the bucket as well, right? So this whole process the whole workflow we are going to see how we can write this and can achieve this through the shell script. Okay, so let's start. We start with the script. If you want to know more on the EC2, what is EC2 and how to work on the EC2 Linux virtual machine, or how to work on the S3 buckets, and how to connect between two remote machines, if you are not aware about, please follow my previous tutorials. I have separate tutorials being created for EC2 machine, S3 storage, as well as the remote connectivity. Please, you can find all these links in the comment below. Okay, kindly follow that if you have any doubts. Okay, let's start writing the shell script. So to start with the shell script, I'm going to use VI editor to write the script. Okay, so VI db hyphen, I'm going to give a name as db backup.sh. Okay, just enter. The shell script starts with hash and exclamation mark, that is called cbank. Okay, so slash bin and bash, I'm going to use the bash interpreter. So what I'm going to first we need to connect the DB server where the MySQL database is running, right, as setup. So what is the command to connect? So we are going to use SSH, okay, to connect the DB server and execute the command, right? So SSH is your secure shell command which uses the protocol 22 to connect the server. And how to connect the server I have already explained in my previous tutorials. All right, if you want to go through, just get the links from the comment line below and just have a look. Okay, so SSH and the username, what user you are going to execute. So the username is dbuser @ and the database server name, right? So the server name is mb.tech.com. Now we connect it. After you connect, we have to execute the command. So what set of command you are going to execute? So you have to write it here. So I'm going to use MySQL dump to take the MySQL database dump, and I have to pass the username -u. The username is mbuser, right? And then the DB name. What is your database name? Here our database name is MyDB. Okay. Now I connected to the server and executed the MySQL dump command. What it will do? It will take the dump. So it will generate one output, right? I want that output to be written into a file. I want to redirect that output to a file. So what I have to do? Just use greater than symbol and give the file name which you want to write. So here I can say like mydb backup.sql. Okay. Now we took the db dump. Now once the file is generated, mydb-backup.sql, we want that file db dump to be copied to the machine where the script is running, means to the cloud machine, to the EC2 instance. From there we can copy to the S3 bucket, right? For that, what we need to do, we have to write the scp command to copy the file from DB server to this EC2 machine. scp and use the username. What is the username? DB user again @ the DB server name mb.tech.com. Okay, then give colon, give the path where the .sql file generated, right? So that will be generated in the home directory, because we have not given any directory while redirecting the output, so it will be created in the home directory of the user, right? Home mb user / mydb backup.sql and slash dot. So here also I am copying from the DB server's home directory to the EC2 machine's home directory. The user I have logged in, with the user I am executing the script. That user home directory, the file will be copied. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, so once the file is copied to the EC2 machine, I can copy that dump file .sql file and store into the S3 bucket, right? So for that we are going to use AWS S3 command cp and the file name. What is the path? Home mb user. In this machine also, EC2 machine also, the home directory is home mb user. Okay, then my db hyphen backup.sql. Okay, so I'm going to pass to the bucket. Okay, so you have to use like the s3 colon slash slash and the bucket name. So the bucket name is mb data center, okay, hyphen pk. This is the bucket where I'm going to store the file. Now this is very simple, 3 steps. We connect it to the server, to the db dump, copy the db dump file and to the local machine, and then store the file into the S3 bucket, right? It's a very simple. In 3 commands, 3 command lines, we completely automated our manual task, right? Let's run this script. I'll show you how automatically you do, because whenever you want to generate the file and store, you have to, each time you have to manually execute the script, but that's not our aim, right? We want the script automatically run and store the file every day. That I'll show you how to achieve that, right? Let me first execute this script and show you how it looks like and how the result is generated, how it's stored and where it is stored, right? Let's start the script. I saved the script. Okay, now if you see the script, the permission will be db backup.sh. so when you create any script, by default, okay, the permission will be this one. Okay, now what you have to do, we have to change this permission to executable so that we can execute the script. To change the permission, we are going to use chmod 777. Okay, just give full permission, or if you don't want to give full permission to the particular user permission, so you can give 777 and the script name. Okay, enter. Now see, now execute the same command again and see the permission would have changed. Now see, all, we give the all permission, but normally we should not give all permission. For that, what we have to do, you have to give only the user permission for the security purpose. If you give full permission to the file, so anybody can update, edit or delete this file. Okay, so better always give chmod 700 and the script name. What it will do, it will give permission to the user only. So if you do db hyphen backup.sh, if you see it here, so only the user is now having permission. Okay, so how to execute the script? As the script is in current directory, you can use dot slash and the script name. Okay, hit enter. Okay, the script is executed successfully and it has uploaded the file into the S3 bucket. So let's connect to the S3 bucket and see whether the file has successfully uploaded or not. Okay, I have logged into my S3 bucket console and here you can see the bucket name Just click the bucket here, click on the last modified. See here my db-backup.sql file is uploaded into the bucket. If you want to see more about this file, just click on that. You can see the owner, last modified, and all these informations of this file. You can get it. And if you want to download and to do some troubleshoot to backup and pull, you can still do that. Okay. Now we saw how manually we can execute the script and upload the file into the S3 bucket. So whenever you need, you have to just come here and execute the script, right? So that's a manual approach of executing the script. But we need this to be fully automated. Like suppose you need the file to be executed at some particular time of in a day, so you can do the setups using the cron scheduler. There is a cron scheduler in Unix or Linux platform where you can use that tool to set up your jobs, your programs to execute it at particular interval of time. Okay, but here I'm going to show you in another approach how you can write these things in programmatically, in the sense how you can use this conditioning, if condition and loop and while, using those statements, how you can automate your program and execute it, right? Let's start that. I'm going to use again vi editor, vi db hyphen backup .sh. Okay, hit enter. Okay, now we can do all our codings here again to make it automate fully. Okay, now what we are going to do, so we need a particular day. Okay, in a particular day and particular time the script should be executed, right? So for that, what I'm going to use, I'm going to use here the while loop. Okay, and then we'll use the conditions, if conditions, to execute that in a particular time. So let's start. I'm going to use while here, while. Okay, I'm going to give true, right? While true, or you can give while colon, so that what we are going to put into an infinite loop first. Okay, so the syntax of writing do is while do. Okay, enter. And what I'm going to do here, just give a proper alignment to this. Make sure in programming, whenever you are writing, the alignment is matters, right? So it will give a correct understanding of your codes. So you have to maintain your code properly. Okay, now I gave one tab to make it the alignment proper way. Now what I'm going to write here, let me finish this. Done. Okay, now I put into the while loop. Okay, that while loop is an infinite, not indefinite. Okay, infinite loop. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I need a date variable, right? And to create the dates, just enter here, give a date. So I'm going to give, suppose, date. Suppose I just used date. Using date command, I generated the today's date and stored that value to date variable. Okay, similarly I can use the current time also, current date and current time. For that, I'm going to use another variable called tm, and there I'm going to use the hours and minutes, current hours and minutes. Okay, now what I need, I got the date and time, right? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this into a if condition, into an if condition to run the script. Okay, Okay, let me write this condition if. Then the syntax is, for if condition, you have to give square bracket, give some space, and you have to give the variable, you have to compare the variable timings, right? So just copy this variable or just write dollar, okay, tm, okay, greater than, give some particular time, right? So what will be the time now? Suppose 10:15, right? I give greater than 10:30, okay, or you can just give greater than 10:15 hyphen a, that means hyphen a means giving, and greater than 10:15 and give value, right, and the same variable which is comparing with two times, and give 1 hour difference, right? Should be hourly once, it will run every day once. So give 10, so the hours it will be, so 60 minutes, right? So 45 you have to just add it 10 15 and then give 11 11 15, okay, and the tm less than 11 15, okay. Should start with then, okay, and the if condition should end with fi, 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 okay. So just do a proper alignment to this. The if conditions, so we added if the time is greater than 10:15 and less than equal to 11:15, then execute this particular line, okay. Now what will happen, let me explain all this, okay. We are going to run this and the script will be following infinite loop, okay. First this command will be executed, the date will be stored into the variable, here the time will be stored into the this tm variable. After that what will happen, it will just check and validate the timings. If the time is greater than 10:15 and less than 11:15, it will execute this step, or else it will come out of the loop, right? But our purpose is not to come out to the loop, still it should be waiting for 1 hour complete and then execute again, right? So for that what we have to use, and we want this should be run only once in a day. For that I'm going to use the sleep command to make the process, the program to sleep if the condition is not satisfied, okay. After that particular minute it will wake up and again check for the times, and if satisfied then it will execute the statement, right? For that what I'm going to use, I'm going to use a command sleep for 3300 seconds. So I'm making the program to sleep for 3300 seconds. So 3300 seconds will be approximately 55 minutes. So the script will be, the program will sleep for 55 minutes, then after 55 minutes it will again wake up and scan the script and find the conditions. If the condition again satisfied, then it will execute, otherwise again it will sleep, okay, fine. Now if the condition is satisfied, if the condition is met, it will execute the commands, right? Then it will sleep. Suppose what happen if the condition is not met, right? The condition is not met, what will happen, it will just come out the loop, right? this is not what we are going to achieve it, right? So what we have to do in that case, we have to add the else statement here. Let me add it here, else, okay, sleep for 3300 seconds again. What this means, if the condition is met, the below statements will be executed, and then sleep for 3300 and 3300 and then wake up to execute again. If the condition is not met, then it will fall into a sleep for 3300 seconds. That means after 55 minutes it will wake up again and see for the timings. It will execute this command and see the current timings. If the current timings is matches or this statement is met, like greater than 10:15 and less than equal to 11:15, then it will execute this statement. So like that it will be fall into infinite loop, right? So the program will never die. So one program will be running in the backend. So don't worry, it will not take more memory or much CPU process, or not put more load into the system, because it's a small program. It will be running and it will take hardly very minimum process timing, right? Just save this one and let's execute the script using the no hope command. Run the program into the background. Okay, so for that what you have to use, there is a command called no hope, okay, dot slash script name db hyphen backup dot sh and ampersand symbol. So if you use ampersand symbol in a program, it will make that program to run in the background, right? In the background it will run. Just hit enter. So you can see the script is now running. Now if you see whether it is running or not in the background, what you have to do, just check using the command ps-ef grep for the script name. You can see whether it is running or not. See, the script is now running in the background, right? So will be also, you can see the sleep command also will be running. If we do grep, see, you can see it is running. That the sleep command for 3300 seconds also running. Why? It's because once the conditions are met, it will execute the statement and will sleep again. If the condition also not met, it will go and sleep, right? See the time, what's the time now, date? So it's 5:11. So our script is written to run at 10:15 AM. That's all guys. Hope you understand the automation process, how to automate your daily task using shell script. Okay, if you have any doubts or anything further you want to know, please do comment in the comment section below. Okay, I'll update you. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please do subscribe, so that whatever new tutorials or new programs I'll upload in my channel will be get notified. Thanks for watching.